Hi everyone, welcome back. So I'm doing part of my top 5 series that I've been doing on my channel where I have 5 of a certain category. I will leave all the other videos that I've done in this series down below so you can check them out, but today I have my top 5 drugstore foundations. So I'm gonna start with you and I'm gonna be real. I probably only have a top 3. So I have 3 that I really strongly love, recommend, use consistently, and then I have 2 that are like, I like them and they are part of the top 5 if I had to have 5. But I have 3 real favorites. So I'm just gonna start with probably my number 1 favorite from the drugstore. If you've watched my channel for a while, this is not gonna be a shock to you. It is the Revlon Colorstay Whipped Foundation. I love this stuff. I have normal skin. Sometimes I get an occasional dry skin, so I will start out by saying that. And I'm typically very fair, as you can see. So this one I wear 200 Sand Beige in the Whipped, and that's like a perfect match for me. If I want to wear it in the summer, I can wear 250, and that's a great match for me. I love this. This is like a cream potted foundation. Comes in this little jar like this. It is a very full coverage foundation. So it's a thicker consistency. You only need a little bit of it to cover your face. I like using a beauty blender for this, but this foundation, it's one of those foundations, I think if you have dry skin, you'll really like it because it feels hydrating, at least to me. If you have oily skin, I think you would like it because when it dries down, it like appears like a matte satin on your face. This is one of those foundations that I can wear all day long and not worry about it. It says it's 24 hours. Honestly, my foundation will look the same from when I put it on in the morning to when I'm taking it off at night. So this is a really great foundation as far as that, and I don't find that it gets me oily or greasy or anything like that. But if you do have troubles with oil, you might have to set it with a powder, but I don't typically have too much trouble with oil, but this is like my favorite when I'm going for a full coverage look and I know I want something to be like Shazam when I go out later and I don't want to have to worry about it. So this is my number 1 tried and true. The only thing I will say about this that I just want to note is it doesn't smell right. All of the foundations smell a little bit like plasticky. It doesn't linger on your face, but it is a notable scent. That's my only problem with it, but this is like my favorite foundation. Every time I wear it, I literally am like, what was I wearing that day? So number 1. My number 2 from the drugstore is L'Oreal Infallible. This is the Pro Matte version. This is a little bit dark. I have this in 104 Golden Beige. My drugstore was out of this foundation when I went to pick it up and I really wanted to try it, so I picked up this shade. I'd probably be a few shades lighter. Honestly, it matches me now in the summer, but I like to mix it with other foundations. I'm wearing this today mixed with my 3rd favorite, so I will show you that, but this is a little bit darker. This has like a demi matte finish. It wears for 24 hours. Legit will wear for 24 hours. It stays looking nice on your face. I would say this is medium to full coverage. It's very buildable and it does not feel heavy or cakey on your face. So if you're looking for something full coverage that doesn't feel like full coverage, the only thing about the Revlon foundation is if you go too much on it, you're gonna get a cake face, but you have to go in thin layers to build up the Revlon one. This one, it feels more air whipped on your face. So this one has like a little squeezy top, so you would just squeeze a little bit out. Cream-like consistency right there, and rubbing it in. As you can see, this is like a little bit of a deeper color, but that is what the finish looks like. It's really nice. And this would be great if you battle oily skin because it really does dry to a really nice matte but comfortable wear finish. And it's oil free. My 3rd favorite foundation from the drugstore is the Rimmel Lasting Finish with Comfort Serum 25-Hour Foundation. I love this stuff. I love it. I have this mixed with the L'Oreal one today. I have two shades here. I have the 100, which is what I mixed with the L'Oreal one because this is the lighter shade. It kind of brings the L'Oreal shade down a little bit. And then I have the 200. So this is probably, this one, the 100 is probably my perfect match like all year round. And this one is probably my match like a little bit going into like spring and summer if I have a little bit of a tan. So I love this, you guys. This really does last on my skin. I don't find that it gets me oily. I think if you have dry skin, you'd really like it. It gives you a really nice finish. It feels comfortable on the skin, and I just love the finish. I think it is a medium to maybe buildable full coverage. The only thing I don't like is it doesn't have a pump. It's really hard to find a foundation in the drugstore that has a pump. So let me just show you the consistency of it right here. It's just such a nice, like, gives your skin a really beautiful coverage and finish. And I think it makes my face look more youthful and alive. So I have the L'Oreal mixed with this one because the L'Oreal, I just wanted a little bit more of a, I don't think this gives a dewy finish, but I definitely think it gives a little bit more of a satin finish, and the L'Oreal one gives for sure a matte finish. So I like combining the two of them, and this just has a really nice cream consistency. So a great one from the drugstore. This runs about $6. $6.95 is what I found it for at Target. Okay, as for now, my honorable mentions, I have 2 honorable mentions within the top 5. So I have a top 3 plus 2 honorable mentions to make it a 5. This is L'Oreal True Match. This is a really, really great foundation if you're looking for something with a really wide color range. Say a lot of drugstore foundations. I know a lot of people have trouble finding a match in their foundation, and so they're like, oh, I really like that foundation, but I can't find a match. The L'Oreal True Match line has a ton of colors in the range, and they have it set up in categories: cool, neutral, warm. So if you know your undertone, you can really figure out throughout the undertones and then the levels of the perfect match foundation for you. So, and they have a really good matching system set up in most drugstores. So this one is in Natural Buff N3. I typically go for the neutral in drugstore foundations. This again does not have a pump, but it's a really nice cream consistency, and this gives, I would say, a medium coverage. It really does look beautiful and natural on the skin. So this is a really great foundation, I think, for like someone coming into wearing liquid foundations. If you're not super comfortable wearing a liquid foundation, this has enough coverage that I think that you would get what you want from the coverage from it. It's easy to blend, and it has such a great color range that I think you could really find something if you're just starting to get into wearing liquid. I know a ton of people who are uncomfortable wearing liquid foundations, and a lot of people are more comfortable wearing powders. So if you are wanting to transition into wearing a more liquid foundation, this would be a great one to try from the drugstore. Okay, my last foundation from the drugstore as a honorable mention is this one from Physicians Formula. This is called the Youthful Wear Spotless, and it is a serum foundation. This is in the color Light. Make sure that you mix it up since it is a serum consistency. This comes with a dropper, and you just drop a little bit on. And since it does have that really light serum consistency, it just blends into the skin beautifully, and it feels weightless on your skin. I really, really love this one. The only problem is this does not wear for a huge amount of time. I would say 6 or 7 hours, and then it starts to like break down on my skin, and I would have to touch up with the powder. So this would more be for someone with mature skin. It's a very hydrating foundation. It doesn't really settle into the fine lines because it is a serum foundation. It has that thin and light consistency, so it really does work itself into your skin. Over time, this one is supposed to work on fading the age spots on your face. So this will be a great one for someone with a little bit more mature skin or someone who has some skin damage. Really great at evening out the skin tone and providing light to medium buildable coverage. Plus it has SPF 15 in it, so that's always great. But this is not a long wear all day foundation, so this is something that you're going to have to touch up if you're going to be going out at night, if you're going to be transitioning your foundation. A lot of people aren't looking for a super long wear foundation. Some people just want a foundation that will wear with them throughout the day, and then when it's time to take it off, it really just shows. So, but this is a really great one. Okay, so that is my top 5 foundation recommendations. Really like 3 of my favorites, 2 honorable mentions. Let me know some of your favorite drugstore foundations down below. I will be doing a top 5 high-end foundations, so keep a lookout for that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Mwah.